Welcome back to Behind the Print podcast, where we feature industry leaders and uncover the creative minds and their businesses within the world of professional printing. Our mission is to provide you with inspiring, actionable resources that elevate your business projects and accelerate your journey to excellence in profit and print. Today's episode is introducing K Carroll Accessories. Meet the personalities behind the handbags. And I'm here today with the experts from K Carroll, Abigail Fitch, their designer, Kelly Burgin, the owner and product manager, and Jennifer Sloan, the wholesale manager.
Hi.
Hi,
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you for having
Hey, of course. Yeah, we're so glad to have you on the show. But I just got to know, you guys, take me back to 2002 in your garage. What inspired you to start K Carroll Accessories?
Right? Okay, so it's a lemon to lemonade story. I was working for a company that got bought out from Denver, Colorado, and I was out of a job. So at the time, I had 3 little kids and had always wanted to start something. So got into the accessories world. And as any small business, it ebbs and flows. And it started, with one thing, and it's now gone to retail handbags, men and women's accessories. And we're also in the wholesale market. So we do both retail to consumers on our website and socials, and we do wholesale to boutiques across the country.
That's amazing. So a pretty wide variety. Who's your typical customer base?
Yes. We don't like to limit it. I think it's probably 15 to 100-year-old women is probably the majority of our customer. I would say that 30 to 60-year-old might be more of our niche customer. I have 3 young daughters who are trying to get us into a younger population. So I think with our TikTok account, that customer is starting to know that we're around and like our designs.
It's tough mixing the marketing, though, to adhere to what everyone wants to see and fit every style. So it's kind of a journey to see what people respond to, but we like having fun with it and just creating and seeing what people enjoy.
For sure. And I've looked at your catalogs and you've got me hooked. I love the bags. I love the designs. They're so cool. I want every single one.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah.
so they're affordable. You can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, our average price is probably 30 to 50. Right? So instead of having to spend $1,200 and have a name on it, you can
Buy a couple.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's still designer because it was made by K Carroll. And so that's still a designer. And it still brings up that higher level of professionalism that people are looking for in their handbags. So that's super, super exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. And you guys had mentioned about getting into the younger niche market. Do you have any advice or tips that have worked well for you guys with that?
It's really finding out what they want, right? So my daughters are 20, 25, 27. Jen has daughters in that age group, maybe pushing 30. Nice. Abby is a little bit different generation than we are. So it's really finding out, what are they looking for? What are they seeing? What's trending on TikTok? What,
Socials are running, what's hot, what people are liking, for sure.
It's so funny though, because even like in the same age range, there's such a spectrum of what people are drawn to. And it's so hard when you have a limited amount of designs and products and options to figure out like what is gonna cater to the mass amount of people. But it's fun, honestly. We kind of just go with what we enjoy, and then we get feedback based on friends, family, and we take it from there.
Yeah.
And the odd thing is trying to build designs that I would buy, that Abby would buy, that your 15-year-old daughter might buy. And, Jen and I laugh because so much of the trends is like, oh, there's the 80s again, right?
Yeah.
So
Colors or designs, yes, very much comes back. Everything comes back.
Oh yeah, like cycle. The 8 ball. We're designing some accessories. Oh yeah, the 8 ball is hot. Who would have known? And Jen are like, is that like, the 8 ball that you turn over?
Right.
You, like ask a question,
shake it, and go, no, it's on a charm.
But then I see it and I'm like, no, guys, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. It's on everything. It's just cool.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Some things are just timeless, genuinely.
Yeah.
That is so true. I agree with that so much. And it's very lifestyle orientated from what I'm hearing. It's like, what type of lifestyle? It's not so much about if you're old or young, if you want a K Carroll bag. No, it's what type of lifestyle. And then you find the type of bag that you like for your lifestyle. So that's really cool.
Right.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's true.
But it is true. So we have a large Taylor tote, right? My daughter uses it with her computer and her book bags at college. I use it to bring in my laptop every day back and forth. So it is not an age thing. It is, what is your lifestyle?
Correct.
You know, someone else might use it to go to
Their lunch. I bring my lunch and warm clothes, because we're in Michigan, to keep warm with in my bag. So yeah, carrying different things than she's carrying with it. Yes, lifestyle.
For sure. So whether it's style, price, or function, what do your products help women feel confident about?
I think we try to highlight, we have a lot of features, right? Because we're women designing bags for women, we make sure that maybe it has a D ring on there so you can snap your keys to it. We make sure it's got credit card sleeves. So if I don't want to carry my wallet and it's a small bag, I can just get my ID and my credit card. So we really focus on features, we focus on being trendy, and we focus on being affordable.
And functionality. Everything you just said is functionality. Like, I want a bag that doesn't just look good, it's convenient, and it helps me as I go through my day. Like,
Yeah.
For sure. And that functionality aspect, I'm sure, is what sells it too.
It does. Yeah.
It does. You get some really cute designs, and when we make them and we put them together, and then you know, you can't get your phone in and out of the front pocket.
Really important.
Kind of useless.
Yeah.
There's so many different handbag companies and so many different types of handbags that it really comes down to, like, is this making my life as I go through my day easier? That's what really sets you apart.
And I love that you guys are the ones thinking about that. You're not putting that on the consumer to think about. It's something you've already thought of, something you're already planning. So I see that go steps ahead of other companies, because other companies, like you said, you'll get a bag and then your phone doesn't fit. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
Yeah, really cute buckle on the front, but do I have to take it and wind it in and then snap it?
Right.
And I just need to get in.
Yes. Too takes too long. Yeah.
For sure. Ergonomics and functionality are highlighted. I love that.
Yes.
So back to the design process. Can you walk me through what that looks like?
The design process can be anything. You see somebody, you get a vision for a circle bag. I like to tell the story of my husband actually on an elevator takes a picture of a woman's handbag. He's like, this is just the coolest thing. Honey, you can't do that. Like, someone's going to punch you in the face. So one never knows where the ideas
Inspiration comes from.
That's hilarious. So is it your team, your designs, your mission? What's the heart of what makes K Carroll unique?
I would say it's my team. Truly, it's just a great group of women, right? Women know what women want. I don't ever mind coming to work. We do amazing things, and we are a very small company, and we do amazing things together.
And we're friends. We care about each other. We want to hear how their weekends went. We want to hear how their weekdays went, what happens with their families, where they're going on vacation. So we also share a lot with each other. So it becomes really quite close knit with that. We want the best for each other. And I think that's part of what makes this a great company.
That's awesome. I love that company culture. It's so just woven in traditional, like, people, you be nice to people and people will be nice to you.
Absolutely.
Well, so many people say that, like, a workplace is like a family or a home, and so many people put that impression out there. But I don't come to work and be like, oh, these people are nice, like, they'll be nice to me. I'm like, no, I need to catch them up on everything going on in my life, because these are my besties. Like,
she keeps us current on a lot of stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I think I almost overdo it too much, where she's like, let me work. I have to do my job. And I'm like, why can't we hang out?
Too much info. Too much info.
But they shouldn't be so fun and awesome, and that's their fault, not mine. But truly, it's like, when I say that, like, it's a very genuine thing, and it's the kind of thing you strive for when you look for a company to spend, a bulk of your life at.
For sure. So, what's your I can't believe this is my life moment for all three of you, either chaotic or incredible?
Ooh,
Gosh.
this is my life.
Mine was like when we got the Oprah's favorite things this past fall.
It's a good one.
Just because this is my first full-time job, so like to be able to like work and have that kind of atmosphere and have that logo on my work and have like it just felt so important, where it was like I went from like just being a college student who learned the tools to being like in the real life professional scenario where it matters. And it's just really cool, and to have the support of these people who know the business, know marketing, and just have them guide me and then see my work just grow and expand and be proud. Like even sometimes I'll look at the work that I made when I was first here and I was new and it was all overwhelming, and how much it's changed till now. And I'm just like, I really wouldn't have done it if I didn't have, their arms around me, helping me stay on track and showing me what they need and working with me. And when you're new at a job, like that's really what you need. And I couldn't have asked for more. So it's been an amazing experience.
And I think Abby is the front of the business. Everything you see, from our postcards to our catalog to banners to our website, like that is Abby's work, right? So when you get something like Oprah, all of a sudden Abby's work is national. Like it is recognized. It is not just a small company, but it's
out
this
there on
national,
catalogs, on Oprah catalogs.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
Truly.
you go.
Truly. Yeah.
And Jen, I would say, is more our, she's like the backbone. She knows all the wholesale reps. She answers the phone. And I'll sit in my office and I'll listen to her have these conversations about weather and your kids and how's business. And it's not just what can I do for you? Get off the phone.
It's personable.
It's personable.
Yeah. Yeah. Because our
And that's what
customers
people
are,
want.
yes, they are also our backbone of why we keep doing what we do too. Yes.
I think I even said when I was first starting here and I was like near your office and I would hear you do phone calls. I think I'd only been here for a month and I was in a side meeting with Kelly and I was just like, Jen is so good at customer service. Like it doesn't even sound like she's on a business call. It sounds like she's literally just chatting to her friends.
Chatting it up.
You're just cool like that.
How fun. I love how all different perspectives are so unique.
I think with my moment was when we get trailers sometimes. We get we get trailers.
Big old containers, right off the boat.
And they pull up and it is to look at that and say, that's a business. Pulling up, emptying out a trailer, finding its home, getting it on the shelf and selling it. That's remarkable. And we do it all as women. We get some high school friends to help us out that are helping us get it off the truck, but then it's us pulling it up on that shelf. It's just crazy to see these trailers pull up. And here's our product that we've been working on and developing and getting it ready to go. And it pulls up and here it is.
And there it is. You're in the market with your designs.
Yep. And we're ready to roll to sell.
And Jen's in the back,
It's crazy.
snaking the boxes, moving every single row of shelves and boxes and
We do it.
keeping it organized.
We do it here. It's crazy. So that to me it's awakening every time that pulls up. It's nuts.
That's amazing. I love the effort that goes in, the team, everybody, just women working together. You guys are a different force, okay? You're a different force than anyone out there. Don't forget it because that's all you. It's all you guys.
Good thing.
So what advice would you give another small business owner looking to scale while staying true to their values?
Scale slow. Don't scale too quickly. And honestly, you just got to surround yourself with the right people, right? Because we have good days and we have bad days, and we have great sales for 6 months and then we get real slow. So most people can succeed when you're being successful and when there's business. But I think the biggest thing is being able to pivot when you're not, right? I mean, there's a lot of concerns right now in the economy. So what are we going to do different? Okay, we're going to start bringing in smaller items. Our wholesalers really want lower priced items. So we find more giftable items, handbag charms, wallets with a keychain, you've got to be able to pivot, right? If all I ever did was make a big tote bag, we'd have been out of business 20 years ago. So yeah, just stay current and be able to ebb and flow.
Flexible.
Yep, that's great advice. I hear it from experts all the time. The more flexible you can be, the better your business will be at succeeding. Just getting to those next steps is a big challenge for any business. So pushing forward, keeping going, that's what's important.
Right. Yep. Right.
So thinking back, you'd mentioned that if you'd only sold a big tote bag, it wouldn't be in the cards for you. Yeah. Was there ever a time when that actually happened? Maybe like you were thinking of giving up on the business. What pulled you through on that?
Okay, so my husband thinks I thrive at the low points, right? Because I think that's where I'm the most productive, right?
And, come Mommy Bear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've been doing this for 23 years in May. And I'm telling you, I think every 2 years, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to make it. He's like, really? You just need to stop saying that. But I think you always have to be cautious of like, okay, where are we in 6 months? Where are we in a year? And how are we going to adjust to whatever that down cycle is? But it's got to motivate you, right? I mean, there's always times where you think, ooh, I don't know. It's an election year. It's really slow, or it's, you know, I mean, we went through COVID where unfortunately a lot of small business didn't survive, but we've got a lot of customers that support us. We work tightly with ABC, and I'm telling you, they put us on numerous shows and pulled us right through 2020.
And she's a go-getter. She is a go-getter. She will call these people and send them samples and get them going and get them motivated and puts our name out there. She does that. She does that for us.
Well, sometimes those low moments, they like light the fire. It's like, I'm not going to be brought down, and I will show you that.
Right.
And, you know, sometimes you got to like get taken out of your comfortability, or else you won't think of these alternate ideas of how else could what other things am I missing from the video? Like, what will people respond to? So it just, it kind of challenges you a little bit. And she's always up for the challenge.
Yeah, truly.
I mean, that's so true. And I think that's what sets women-owned businesses apart. Just that natural drive when it's, you know, you got nothing left, but you're going to give it your all because you're a woman and that's what you do. Right. So you got this.
We have lots of balls in the air. We like to multitask. So, yeah.
Awesome.
We'll take a challenge.
Yeah. Any day.
Yep.
So what surprised you the most about running a women-owned business with accessories in today's market?
You know what? I don't know that I am surprised at it, right? Like, I love my husband. I've been married for a while, 32 years, I think. But women can multitask. Like, we just do what needs to get done, and we shoot for the end result. Like, I don't have surprises. I think women can do anything, and we just do.
That's awesome. I love no surprises, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you feel like there's any being a women-owned business? I mean,
no, we work just as much as anybody else that is not women-owned and operated.
I mean, Jen's back there moving boxes. Sometimes she ends up with a backache. Yeah. Okay, well, a guy would do the same thing.
Yeah, and we go to market. We're at market, and we go to Dallas, Atlanta, and Philly, and Chicago, and we have a market in Toronto. So we get ourselves out there and, you know, we stay in our lane. We work what we need to work. We are an accessory company, and that's what we do, and we do it good. So, yeah, I don't think so in that fact of a surprise.
That's good. Keep killing it. Keep going crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
So in the past, has there been any favorite launches, events, or collaborations like you'd mentioned before that were especially exciting or meaningful?
Okay, well, hold tight, because I was invited in May to Times Square to be on Good Morning America. So I'm thinking maybe that's could be a really exciting one.
Yeah.
I mean, we have had some wonderful achievements. We've been on Oprah's Favorite Things 5 times. We've been on ABC with Good Morning America and The View and the Tamron Hall Show. And, you know, so we've had some wonderful successes for a tiny little company in Michigan. But yeah, we'll see how May goes.
Yeah. And we've been rated in Michigan as the top business to watch
Mhm.
too. We went to a banquet for that too in Michigan. So yeah, the Times Square is great. That's like getting your face out there for that. That's different.
Yeah.
But I
'Cause our
remember when
bags are on it, but not general.
correct. And we've been on Oprah's list and she's pop, champagne, and we come in here with desserts and champagne and stuff. Those are big moments.
Mm-hmm.
Those are truly what we wait for. Those are great moments.
Yep.
For sure. I love it. I love to hear about it. And I can't wait for May. You're going to have to reach back out. Let me know how that goes.
Watch your TV.
Yeah.
I totally will. I definitely will. That's going to be so fun. And be like, I know her. I know her.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. So on the flip side, are there any current obstacles holding your business back right now?
Well, we could talk tariffs. I mean, the unknown, right? We are importing quite a bit from overseas. So the unknown is frightening right now for a small business, where I would bring in a container and I would pay $7,000 in tariffs. That same container could cost $27,000. So we're still manufacturing, but we're probably going to wait to put that on the water until hopefully things settle down and decisions are made a little differently. So I would say that is probably a really like today obstacle that could change this afternoon, could change tomorrow. Ride the wave.
Yeah.
No kidding. No kidding. And you're not the first business who I've talked to that has said that. So you're not alone. It's going to be okay. And hope for the best.
That's it.
That's it.
Get through it.
Exactly. So can you tell me about a moment with your team that makes you especially proud to be the owner of this business?
I love when we do things outside of the office. It could be on Tuesday, we go to the little Italian restaurant for lunch. We have gone to my cottage together. Christmas is always a fun time. We do fun events, all different kinds of things. We did like this candlelight, beautiful symphony event in downtown Detroit. So I would say those are my favorites.
She's bought in a spa person after a show, and we got massages.
I was gonna say
here.
she literally just spoils us.
It's
when I was new,
amazing.
She's like, it's Christmas. Let's go to a spa. And
How do you guys want a spa treatment? Are you guys available on Tuesday? I'm like, yeah, we're available on Tuesday. So she'll throw those in us. I'm like, oh, it's great.
No, it gets to be like during Christmas time, and she just keeps doing stuff. I'm like, okay, we get it. You love us.
Oh, so nice.
You don't have it. You could calm down. Like, not that I want her to calm down, but it's
just little treats like that.
You
are
know,
so
you
great.
love us.
It's great. Yeah.
But, yeah, no,
Those are fun times. Yeah.
I love that you can create a company culture like that, Kelly. That means so much more than you know, I'm sure.
It's great.
Yep. And it's wonderful to work with people that know what they're doing, right? Like to have people that enjoy coming to work, like I enjoy coming to work. Well, then guess what? They stay and they get better and better and better at what they do. So
I love when that happens.
It's a big
perfect.
win for everybody.
So what dreams do you still have for K Carroll Designs?
Just keep growing, right? Keep growing. Like, I think it's really fun. My youngest daughter has really helped us with our fall line. I think learning, right? Because sometimes I look at things the way I want them made. And I think it's going after new markets, right? What does the TikTok shop look like? You know, how do we pitch to sororities? Abby's been doing a great job selling to schools and custom designs. And
yeah, I've taken on a little mini sales role, so I'm kind of finding my footing there a little bit. But it's interesting and it's cool, and I appreciate the patience because it's not something I've done before, but it's genuinely invigorating to have the challenge of that's not what I was trained in, it's not what I've ever done, but it would be a really profitable and strong skill to have. So at first I was like, I don't know if I can be a salesperson. And then I just needed the sun to come out and a little warmth and the darkness of winter to go away. I just woke up one day and I was like, I'm not only going to be a salesperson, I'm going to be the best salesperson that's ever existed. And I don't know how and I don't know when. But
she's doing it.
It's coming.
She'll come out of that office and go, those people in that state are the nicest people in that state. They're so nice. And then she goes, oh, I don't like that state over there. That one's not as nice.
Well, because Okay, if someone's super nice to me, I will leave them a good Google review. And if they're neutral to me, I'll let it go. But if they are explicitly rude,
So crazy.
I just have to let their company know that manners are important. I gave them manners. It's a give and take. I'm trying to challenge the world. They needed the push. I take sales seriously. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I think she
yes,
does.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
That's really exciting. A new role change. I would definitely be thrown out of my element, and it would definitely take a sunny day coming out and a
Yeah.
go-getter attitude for me to switch.
For sure.
What legacy do you guys hope your brand leaves for the next generation of women entrepreneurs or designers?
That you can create anything, right? Come up with an idea and run with it, right? Which I think is what we do every day. So it would be awesome if the next generation realizes, hey, we started with this tiny little design and then we went to 10 designs and then you grow.
What?
So
I think it's also speaks to the fact that you don't have to start from this luxurious, high money place to have a message. You don't have to be Chanel to have meaning. Even though we're a smaller brand, the message that we embody of we want you to look and feel your best, and we don't want you to struggle to do that. That's important, and it's something that people should feel, and you don't have to invest so much to feel valuable and worthy and good about yourself. And that's so important. And anybody can stand by a message like that and have the means to do something with it. And that's what she's done. And I respect it so much.
That's amazing. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, Jennifer, I got a question. What are retailers looking for right now, and how has K Carroll meeting or redefined those needs?
I think what retailers are looking for, like today anyway, is they're not buying in a ton of quantity. They're buying in a lower quantity, and they want items that are going to sell. They're not buying fruitfully. I think they're staying on their course of what they have sold in the past and buying those things again because they know they've sold. So they're not really trying new things. I think they're trying pretty good staple items, and we have some fabulous staple items that they will buy over and over again. So I think our retailers are looking for items that could sell right now at a good price point that aren't way out of their market. So they're buying a little bit smaller and a little bit safer, I think, for that. And they keep coming back. So they'll buy a little bit and then they'll buy a little bit again next month and just buy a little bit and just keep growing with that. But I think they're being very cautious of what they're buying too at the same time. And they do. We have our current customers that keep coming back, but buying what they know is going to sell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great information to know. That's really interesting. I love it. Thank you.
That's a good point. It's not the environment to take a huge risk. Right? Buckle down, focus on your best sellers.
Great advice. I love it. I love it. So just for fun, if you guys had a day to spend away from work completely free, however you'd like, what would you each be doing?
What would you girls be doing?
So many choices.
Oh, put me on a beach. That's easy. Just put me on a beach. A lot of warm sunshine.
Yeah, right now today would be that.
We're choosing beach today.
That deal. With a good book, maybe a beer.
I'm thinking the beer, you can keep the book.
Yes, yes.
I, for one, would be sitting in a dark corner missing my friends.
Oh, God. You come to the beach with us.
I say that every time it's Friday and Jen's leaving. She's like, Friday, have a good weekend. I'm like, well, I don't get to see you for 2 days, so I won't.
It's a little dramatic.
A little bit.
A little dramatic.
That's why we love her.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
If you could only meet the other girls too.
Yeah.
They're a little crazier.
Yeah.
So what's the best way to support your work, shop your products, or reach out to collaborate?
Ooh. I mean, really, our website, which Abby does such a wonderful job keeping up. Our website has all of our products, all of our specials, signing up for our email so you're on the distribution. Generally, we send 1 a week. We are not bombarding you with 3 a day. And then following our socials. I think that kind of gives you a little insight to who we are, a little personality.
Mhm.
Ha! Personality.
I loved that. I love that so much. And I do have to say that website looks amazing. I just love it. I think the designs are nice, it flows well, and it's easy to look through.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
That.
Of course, your design mastery shows. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So
All
nice.
right. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the show, but that's another wrap of Behind the Print podcast. Thanks to our listeners for joining us as we have explored the artistry and innovation of the printing world. Remember, having a strong vision, building the right strategy, and using tools like print to amplify your message will make your brand stand out from the crowd. If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to get your free sample pack from printingcenterusa.com and share it with your fellow business enthusiasts. Until next time, keep those creative sparks flying, and remember, there's always more to discover behind the print.
Thank you.